The breakup. Explain this process in one word.
Oh gosh.
One word. Tough. Tough.
One word? It was terrible.
Draining. The breakup was draining.
Surrender. When choosing him over her or them for y'all players. Y'all players.
What did it take to finally surrender? For me, it really just took God to kind of just meet me where I was at.
It took me losing everything. I literally lost everything. Like my family, my son, myself, material things, my house, my car. I lost literally everything.
It was after a sermon I heard, and I got down on my knees in my basement that afternoon, and I just pretty much cried out to God. I was so angry. I was mad. I had my face was covered in tears, and I just yelled out to him, you know, what do you want from me? And I started yelling at God, saying, you made me like this, and I was blaming him, and I was so mad. And I said, you know, I didn't want to date women, but I did. And when I told God, you made me like this, I felt like I heard his voice clear as day, said, I never designed you to be with a woman. And he said that you could choose to be with a woman or not. I'd still love you, but I'd never find true happiness in a woman.
Just to let me know that he had something better for me. And I just put my hands up and said, Lord, have your way. So that was the biggest thing for me.
I called the girl I was dating at the time and pretty much told her that I couldn't go on like this. And I ended the relationship. I told her why. She believed in God as well. And I told her that I heard from God, and he told me that I'd never find true happiness. And she said, well, you know, maybe we can still date, kind of see where this goes. And I said, I think I'm going to eventually break your heart. I just surrendered, and I gave that relationship up, and I gave the dating up, and I haven't looked back since.
Me losing my son was that was the kicker. That's the one that really woke me up. Like, I can't keep doing this to him. You know, I can't keep choosing this life over him.
Okay, what 3 encouraging tips can you give our viewers who may be struggling with letting go of her or them for Christ?
That's what it comes down to, loving God more. It's a hard thing to kind of let go, but we know that, you know, it's imperative that we be right towards Christ. So at the end of the day, you have to choose Christ before him or her. You don't put anything above Christ before God.
Really seek after your relationship with Jesus.
So choosing Christ first, choosing him first over her is putting him number one. When you put Christ number one and first over everything, then everything else will fall into place. Otherwise, you'll never feel complete.
It's a process sometimes, so embrace the process. It may not happen overnight, but don't give up.
But I just sought after him hard, like truly hard, and asking him to give me the answers that I needed. And he revealed himself to me. And I think that it was only because I was seeking after him that he found me in my mess. And even though I was still partying and still drinking and still clubbing, I sought after him through the midst of it, and he found me where I was and started to work through me.
The Bible tells us that we all fall short of the glory of God. So you may stumble, you may fall, but pick yourself up and keep going. The enemy wants nothing more but you to stay there. So be encouraged.
Get around those that can encourage you. It's hard when you keep the same company. when you begin to change your life and you begin to change that lifestyle, and you begin to get away from her or them to find Christ, you have to get around those and surround yourself with people who are living as you are living. People that have the same beliefs that you believe. People that can encourage you to move forward. People that will tell you the truth about yourself, your lifestyle, and what you're doing.
Find a good supporting community, a Bible-believing people who love Christ and are on fire for God that you can surround yourself with, because I know that some of my friends, I did lose some friends, and not by me walking away from homosexuality, but just me not wanting to party and drink as much as I used to. I think I stopped getting invited into stuff, and I was always a person that had to be there. But I think what happened as my friends in the gay life started to wane, I started having more friends in my church community and outside of the church. Like some people at work, I started hanging out with them, but it was a community of people who love Christ and were on fire for God that I could just, tell them when I was upset, tell them when I was mad at God, and we could have conversations, and they kept it real with me. So like having friends and peers that I could grow with.
Don't give up. I know that sounds so cliche, but the best sayings are the ones that are cliche. Like, keep pushing. Once you get out of it, don't go back. Don't look back. Because looking back, you're just going back to that past thing that you couldn't get out of anyway, that took you out and took you away from Christ.
To have a spiritual mentor, someone who loves God, who you trust. And I know a lot of people deal with church hurt and things, but there are people out there that will love you and be there for you, and they can mentor you and guide you, because I feel like you have to have that peer, but you have to have someone who you can go to as a spiritual leader, whether it's a woman or a man, a father, a spiritual father, spiritual mother, but someone who is stronger than you in Christ and can help you grow and just guide you and be there for support. Because I think that having that, especially if you're not close to one of your parents or both parents, and having that guidance, it really was a really big part of me growing in Christ, was having that mentorship.
Look, I'm hard being put on the spot.
Man, these are taking me back. I'm about to break down. Like, hold on. Oh my God.
Yeah. If you had to leave your girlfriend to follow God, or boyfriend or girlfriend to follow God, would you?
Well, I'll say if I had to leave, I'm not in a relationship right now, but okay, so I'm gonna say this. If I had to leave anybody to follow God right now, where I am in life, if God told me to leave them alone, yes, I definitely would.
This is good. I have on both sides. I have left girls and I have left guys, because when I changed my life, if you're not going where I'm going, I have to let you go. So yes.
Absolutely. Every time, over and over and over, because people will get on your nerves. People will fleet. People will, break your heart. In relationships, you'll struggle. Like, no matter who you date, no matter who you date, man or woman, you're going to have issues. But the only thing that has kept me through all of this was God. And if I had to stay single for the rest of my life, I would choose God every time. Every time.
God over anyone, male or female. So that's what it comes down to. And if you're not helping me live right, then you have to go.
And I know that He sees far beyond what I could even see or know or think in a million years. And we never know what is going to come about, any relationship or any friendship, what the devil has planned for us. We can't see that stuff. But I thank God that He knows things that we don't know. So when he says to do something, I do it.
My name is Ashley Floyd, and I choose him over her.
My name is T, and I chose him over her.
I'm Frances Payton, and I chose him over her.